Hey guys, Preston here, welcome to another video. Today I am doing a review for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. This one is spoiler free. I will be making a spoilers discussion for people like me who watch a movie before all their friends do, and they have no one to talk to, and so they listen to people talking about points that they can't talk about with anyone else because it's crazy spoilers, you know. We'll get there. I have to film outside. It's the only quiet place. It's crazy windy. I took notes, and alright, so this is my first review I'm doing, so I got my format kind of figured out. I go through strengths, weaknesses, give my overall opinion. I scored out of 10, then I have individual things I've scored 2. This time I did based off the type of genre, right? So for this we got characters, plot, humor, ending, action, and the soundtrack, and they're all rated individually too. So first, the strengths. Obviously, the cast of this one was great. I mean, obviously the first one had a great cast too, big names, and they all did a great job. The acting was good. There wasn't any poor acting. It wasn't a low budget movie. Obviously, it's Marvel, and they stepped it up this time because you got to see like Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone, which they're already confirmed to be in it. That's not a spoiler. So yeah, even more actors, and they all did a great job. The villain this time, I won't say who it is because it's not really says who it is. It's not apparent in the trailer. You'll find out in the movie. But the villain this time was great. I liked the villain a lot. It was great. They actually fleshed out the character. You got to know more about him. That was one of the few complaints about Marvel movies, was the villains have been lackluster, except for Thanos, which we'll get to obviously. I liked the villain this movie a lot. Better than most of them so far. I liked Ultron too. I thought he was cool, but I like the villain in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was really good. Obviously the humor, all Marvel movies have humor. This one had a lot of it, particularly. It had very funny moments. There's a lot of times people in the theater would laugh. There's more stuff about that coming up later that I talk about. There's a lot of relationship building. I put it under strengths. It depends if you like that kind of stuff or not, but you get to see some more relationships between different characters get fleshed out and expanded upon from the first one, and so that's always nice to see. It's nice. Character progression's part of it too, so it's all tied together. Relationship building and character progression happens a lot in this movie. It's kind of one of the main things of this movie, obviously, because I mean, you already know that Kurt Russell plays Star-Lord's dad, so there's some relationship stuff going on throughout the film. The soundtrack again was great. Obviously that was the strength of the first one, was the soundtrack, the 70s, 80s music. This one has another soundtrack that did stellar. Really liked it. I went with my grandma, and she knew all the songs. She liked them. Even if you don't know them, they're good. So then we got the fight scenes were great. I mean, Marvel does generally a good job with this one. This one had a lot of cool ones. Obviously not to the level of like Logan, you know, with rated R. They have a lot more freedom with R. It's PG-13, so it's still a little toned down. But, oh man, it's cool. Yondu, he's in this, obviously. He had some fight scenes with the Zero, you know, where he's slaughtered a ton of people. It was awesome, man. A lot of cool, if you like the violence and the fighting, there's some cool stuff. You go like, yeah, you know. And then, it's just fun. It's a fun movie overall. Like most Marvel movies, they did a good job of building upon the first one. It's windy here. That's why if you see shade kind of changes, because there's an umbrella above me that keeps moving. And for now we're on weaknesses. With the humor, back to the humor, I feel like they tried a little too hard with the humor sometimes. There's some jokes that didn't land, at least in the theater I went to. Maybe you find some more giddy people that laugh, but there's some humor that fell flat. And there's sometimes I felt like they kind of forced humor in the scenes that would have been better off without it. Kind of like some fight scenes and stuff where it felt like more intense moments, but they threw some humor in anyways. It obviously, the weaknesses of this, they're all very minor things like that. It didn't bother me that crazy. I mean, it was just a small thing. Once you get movies like this, I kind of just got to nitpick with my weaknesses. And the only other thing there was, it was a little predictable at times. That you'll hear, I can discuss more of that in the spoilers video. So once you've seen the movie, or if you don't care about spoilers, click over to the spoilers video once it's uploaded. It will be, I think, the next day. So I'm going to upload this on Saturday. Sunday will probably be the spoilers video. And you'll get to hear me talking about the predictable moments. There were some times where it's like, oh yeah, this is going to happen. Or one of the things wasn't as predictable, but you kind of saw it coming the more you went into the movie. But one was obvious. But other than that, it was good. I love the movie. You can't really go wrong with a Marvel movie. If you like all the other Marvels, especially if you like the first Guardians, you like Marvel movies, watch it. Obviously, watch the first one first if you haven't seen it, because it's better. You don't necessarily need to watch the first one, but it's definitely a better experience if you've seen the first one. Overall, I'd give it a 8.5 out of 10. Highest would be a 9 if I was feeling generous. I'm going to say 8.5. And so each individual thing, the characters, I gave a 10. All the characters are new ones too. Mantis, Ego, all those they're really awesome. The plot was 9. I give it 9. It's a good story. It involved with the villain and everything. Like I said, it's really fleshed out, the whole relationship building stuff. I like that a lot. Humor is a 7 because it had funny moments. It's not a comedy. It's a mix. All of the Marvel ones are kind of mixes of comedies and actions. It's hard to genre. It's kind of like a Marvel movie genre, but it's not gonna like make you die laughing like a Will Ferrell movie or something. The ending, I like the ending is a mishmash because it's kind of it had emotion to it at the ending. That's all I'll say. And so it's a complicated thing. I like the ending though. Did a good job with that. The action, 8 again because it was great. Obviously, it's not the full extent. Logan had some of my favorite action because of how far they could go with it. It's just still PG-13, but it had some really cool set pieces and really cool action. In the soundtrack, a 10 because obviously it's a really great soundtrack and they all have been great. So yeah, 8.5 out of 10 for my first review. This is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I recommend you see it right away. I saw it yesterday, so it's still fresh in my mind. I hope you liked this video. I'm not a professional reviewer, but I tried. I took notes. I never take notes. So yeah, thank you guys for watching so much. Let me know what other movies you think I should review. I can review past ones or just wait for the next big movie that I'm going to watch and then review it like the day after, like I'm doing with this. Alright, this is KMA Preston signing out. See you.